In the last few years, DJI hasn't had any serious competition to deal with, at least in the consumer segment of the Mavic line. But plenty of action has happened in the past couple of weeks. In this video I analyze what we can expect from the new Autel Nano and Autel Nano Plus, two small drones that from their spec seems to improve massively on the DJI Mini 2, and will certainly force DJI to react as soon as possible. The segment of drones under 250 grams is certainly the one that sells the most. Not only drones of this category can fit in a pocket, but, even more importantly, there is no real exam needed, at least here in old Europe. And they can fly under very relaxed rules, especially in urban environments. They are also by far the most affordable, therefore often considered the first drone to buy. So far, DJI has absolutely dominated this segment due to a total lack of serious competition. There have been a couple of competitors trying to enter this market, like Epson or Fimi, but in both cases, things did not work exactly as hoped. DJI started in this segment with the Mavic Mini, but it had some issues, especially in the transmission and the quality of still images. So it was quickly replaced by the Mini 2, a big improvement. The Mini 2 offered a much improved transmission system, surprisingly good video quality at 4K resolution due to a new processor, and decent photo quality, finally supporting RAW format. But those were the first iteration of such a small drone, and several compromises had to be made. There are three areas in which the Mini 2 needs badly improvements. The lack of any sort of obstacle sensor is a major issue for all users. There are practically no intelligent flight modes, apart from very basic quick shots. And the one over 2.3 inches sensor is frankly a bit small for today's standard and doesn't cut the mustard anymore. So far I haven't reviewed any drones apart from DJI's, as I didn't think the competition was reliable enough. But Autel is the only brand, maybe together with Skydio, to have successfully produced and marketed good drones like the Evo Pro and the Evo Pro 2. I had a lot of hesitation about the name, I didn't want to call this video Mini 2 Killer, but thinking about it from the specs, this is exactly what the Autel Nano and Nano Plus look like. Last week Autel announced 4 new models of drones directly competing with the Mavic line. Two of them are clearly in the same sub 250 grams segment as the Mini 2, the Autel Nano and the Nano Plus. All the specs and the price have been officially announced by the manufacturer and they are supposed to be shipped in the next few weeks. Obviously, Autel has fully addressed the 3 weak points of the Mini. Both Nano models had 3-way binocular vision sensor with a 150-degree front field of view to detect obstacles and avoid collisions. This feature is obviously a game changer. Due to its affordable price, the Mini 2 is often considered a drone for beginner, but in reality the lack of obstacle sensors makes it quite dangerous for inexperienced users. Both nano drones feature Dynamic Track 2.1, which allows for the tracking of subjects including people, animals and cars. Tracking is a very popular functionality, sadly missing in the Mini 2. Another big selling point for the new drones if it will be well implemented. Autel is also offering a few automated cinematic shooting modes: Flick, Rocket, Fade Away and Orbit, probably similar to the quick shots of the Mini 2. The only real difference between the Nano and the Nano Plus is the camera, and in both cases the specs are much better than the one of the Mini 2. The Evo Nano has a half-an-inch CMOS sensor, a 48 megapixel camera capable of capturing up to 4K 30 frames per second video. The specs of the sensors are the same as the Bayer Quad fitted in the Mavic Air 2, which gives better results than the Mini 2, especially for photos. The 48 megapixel count must be taken with a full packet of salt, as in reality there are 12 million pixels and each pixel can be split into 4 tiny ones, and the result is obviously nowhere near what is obtained with a real 48 megapixel. The specs of the Nano Plus sensor are very impressive, with a much bigger sensor of 0.8 inches and a very wide fixed aperture of f1.9. A lot of emphasis is given to the RYYB color filter array design for noise reduction and improved low light performance. The resolution claimed for photos is 50 megapixel, but once again I expect some sort of pixel splitting rather than true 50 megapixels. The transmission system is called Skylink with a claimed range of 6.2 miles. It supports 3 frequencies and can stream video to the remote controller at 2.7K in HDR, which is very useful for screen recording. The remote controller looks a bit flimsy and old-fashioned, but the Nano controller is equipped with a built-in microphone to record voiceover and background noises, which can be handy for some users. The announced flight time is 28 minutes, a bit less than the 32 of the Mini 2, but it is understandable due to all the new functionalities. For both models there is a choice of 4 different colors: orange, white, red and grey. For such a small drone, it can be a good idea to go for the red or the orange for better visibility. The Nano is priced at €650 and the Nano Plus at €800 versus €460 for the Mini 2. The difference in price is quite important, but the specs of the two drones are in another league, and all the major issues of the Mini 2 have been solved. This is the first time that a consumer DJI drone is under a big threat, and I'm sure the DJI will react immediately. The Empire will strike back. I wouldn't be surprised to see a reduction of price for the Mini 2 to avoid user jumping ship to a competitor. I also bet that the new, much improved version of the Mini 2 will be released very soon. Autel has also announced a new light model, more expensive, and competing mostly with the Air 2S and with the Mavic 2 Pro. Let me know in the comment below if you're interested in an analysis of this other new Autel drone. Click on this link to watch a comparison of the Mini 2 and the Mavic Air 2. Once I will put a hand on the new Nano Plus, I will obviously add the link to my review here. I can't wait. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, it really helps the channel. See you very soon.